cable.
You've saddened the chat, Letus.
It's all better now.
ADOC and Zillion say that the broadcast has ended and they are sad.
Speaking of, Zillion, your cousin, was actually in one of my streams the other day chatting it up. So, like, huge shout out to him, because, like, he kept me entertained for a hot minute. Oh, Marquise wasn't even there to hear that.
Okay. Glad I have a just random drawer of Ethernet cables.
So, Marquise, your cousin actually checked out one of my streams the other day and was, like, super active in my chat, and it was awesome.
Nice.
He kept me highly entertained for a, like, solid half hour, 45 minutes.
Sweet. Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Yeah, he seems really legit, so...
Let's see here.
Mute the site so that way it still counts as a viewer, because with latest Twitch update, if audio is below 20%, it does not count as a viewer.
That's been a thing for a while.
No, before it was if you had it completely muted. So if you left it at 1%, it still counted as a viewer, but they just tweaked it to what it now has to sit at 20% or higher.
I've been muting the tab for years.
Well, no, if you do it like on your browser and right click and hit mute tab, it still counts as a view, but I'm talking about like if you go to the video and turn the video audio down to less than 20%, it doesn't count as a view because
We
of
are
the
on the
latest
same
update.
frequency.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you're not disagreeing, so it's weird that you're like...
No, I thought he meant like he was muting the video and not the browser tab.
We got it. It's cool. So, does anybody... Welcome back.
Feels like it's been weeks.
Does anybody want to give a recap? I don't know if anyone... if anyone's taken extensive notes. I feel like I'm usually the extensive notes guy, but I'm the DM, so...
I took notes.
Cool.
I've been taking notes. I hope I could be the extensive
I'm not saying
notes
that,
guy.
Yeah, I'm not saying that no one has been. I'm just saying...
I yield the floor to Jared.
Okay.
You can correct me when I inevitably miss something, Oz. Because I can't participate and note take at the same time. Just not in my wheelhouse. But my notes start with one guard gives us a clue about the second-hand booty. So the party was down on the dock trying to investigate information. We heard about a place that resold goods. So like a Goodwill for boats. Called the second-hand booty. We saw the fishmonger's plants, the something anvil, a large mansion house marked the Mariners Guild Hall. When we got to the second-hand booty, we met the shopkeep Emma, who I didn't put what they were, but tan, brown hair, short, confident.
She's a human.
Human? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put that note in there now. Human. And then we collectively were buying things to keep her distracted while Robin and Pox snuck into the back. So we bought a net, we bought 2 books, eventually paid a gold for a broken door. They went in the back room, and eventually down into the cellar. Emma comes clean after being intimidated. She had the secret cellar, which we didn't know about, but they did. People with the merchant in the cellar. There was a friend of the family of the kids downstairs, native of Saltmarsh, and they were thieves. And so I think they were bringing stolen goods to Emma. King did nothing about the sea princes attacking the Saltmarsh. This is kind of their motivations, I think, but did not protect them from the sea princes. And now the king feels the area is profitable, so he is trying to gentrify the area to make it a trading hub. Fuck you, guy. And Elizabeth, Ganshai, other, and fourth person were found in the cellar. Those are some good notes. And we seek out the town council to speak with Ada Aland and get a private audience rather than a public one. That was my notes.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, essentially, that's kind of what happened. So, your notes were good on the like who you like had or the people that were down there, because you overheard the kind of leader of that little group say two of the names, but they didn't mention their name or the other person's name. So it would have been other person. You wouldn't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not
But
just
other-
a fool.
yeah, but other than that, like she essentially tried to try to get you to understand that there was kind of more at work than just smuggling and thievery, and kind of explain a little bit of what their plan was, to try to get you to sympathize, possibly, and then also offered you kind of a bribe to be like, just let us go and we can give you money. It was more of like a moral quandary than anything, and you were able to. You guys kind of navigated that and came to a deal.
We didn't want to beat up kids. That's what I remember.
Yeah, they were like young adults essentially. Yeah, like not. So yeah, you decided not to fight them. So yeah, you guys are currently in the cellar of the secondhand booty, which is there was a secret illusionary wall that opened up into a small cave where the mining gear was being stored. I believe that Letus was walking around kind of picking things up. He also picked up the leader's sword, who they all threw down their weapons to try to show you, like, hey, we aren't trying to fight. They didn't want to be violent. So he's gone around and picked those things up. You have like a couple of crates. There's about 3 boxes here of just mining gear that was stolen, and it looked like they were trying to repackage it to possibly try to smuggle it out of the city. So yeah, that's where you guys are currently. What are you guys doing?
Oh boy.
That's a good question.
Okay, so was the job officially bring back proof of where the gear went, bring back the gear, or bring back the people who took the gear?
So essentially, what the post actually wanted was they just want the gear back, because the gear is part of a larger mining operation that's really important to the king and the people who are trying to basically bring in trade and new things to this town. So I think last time you guys kind of decided, like, we could just say we found the gear but no one was there, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. And then, if that being our last topic, I would turn to the proprietress again. So how did you get these boxes down here such that no one knows they're here and such that we can remove them without them ever having been here?
Well, she had left. You guys, I think.
So if we go back upstairs, she's not up there anymore?
Probably not. I would think that she would have left. What you guys did last was you marked. I think Tyrion marked them all with like a light scratch on the arm.
Oh yeah.
So that you guys could identify, and then you let them leave.
Okay. Do the boxes all fit through this door, and the other door is just to leave by the front door?
Yeah. So the boxes would fit through this wall, and you would be able to take them upstairs if you needed to.
Should we do that now or by cover of night?
Well, this is a store. Let's see if she's got a cart we can put them on. Like a hand trolley for moving stuff around inside the store?
That's a good idea, because they had to get them down here somehow.
Are they too heavy for us to carry? Big ol' Tyrion and Warforged and Lizard Man?
Well, 3 of you are like very large, muscular people, right. So I feel like you'd be okay.
So how many swords and stuff did I pick up from those people? We never discussed that.
They each dropped, well, I think So the leader dropped a short sword. The other two dropped a short sword, and one of them had just like a little dagger.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, and so other than that, what am I? Oh, here we go. So yeah, other than that, there's just like 3 boxes of mining equipment. You would presume probably like pickaxes, hammers. It looks like from what you could see that they were kind of packing away, like repackaging. Is some pickaxes. There's some torches, things, not necessarily all just like super heavy mining equipment, but things that would provide light within the situation, things that would, make things easier to, like slings and leathers and things like that to like carry stuff, but also like pickaxes and hammers and chisels.
Totally forgot my last note. So Letus turns to Tyrion and just says, "Why didn't we take them in?"
Well, we came here to do this job, and they were
Criminals.
how do I
They
put
were
this?
criminals.
But also children making mistakes.
What's the difference between a child making a mistake and a grown-up making a mistake, or an adult making a mistake?
Well, when a person gains more experience in life and understands the impact of their actions, then they should certainly be held accountable. But if a child knocks something off of a counter or is born into a situation where their lives have kind of dragged them in the wrong direction, it's not wrong to give them a second chance.
Acceptable. And then he'll just go back to looking around for
You're learning, and he slaps him on the back good and hard.
I'm just gonna look at you, and I can't make any real expressions. I'm just gonna look at you.
I take that as acceptance of my gesture.
I was gonna. I just like to imagine that every time Letus like turns his head to look at you or something, it's like. It's like every time he moves,
A little buzz and a whir that's just like a
Yeah.
rumble, like R2D2's kind of response for noises. But yeah, so I think we should take this stuff back to the guards, the guard ship. I agree with oh my gosh, I'm trying to remember your names. I agree with Robin that we should maybe try and find a way to get these things out through here so that this part isn't plausible. But I do think we should also have some kind of story to say specifically about what happened, because I'm sure they'll inquire, where are the thieves? How did you find these things? And I'd like to be honest.
The thieves were those children.
And we chased them off. Right, latest?
Yes.
Right.
all right.
But not without inflicting some damage to them first.
Yes.
All accurate, true statements.
Paladin.
I'm trying.
Yeah, this is why we get along.
Right. So, maybe we say that's. Can I see the map?
Which map?
The town map.
Yeah, I can drag you guys over to the town map. Are you just gonna leave the store with the stuff? Is that what you're planning on doing?
Well, maybe Robin can do the talking.
While they start trying to carry these things, if I go outside and look around, is there like this far away from the main dock, like an abandoned house, and that clearly hasn't seen use in a while.
I'll drag you guys over to the overworld map. So right now, you guys are kind of to the east side of the city, right here. None of the houses, I wouldn't say that any of them are abandoned. This is it's a decently prosperous town, so...
Vacant, then?
Sure, we could say... Hang on, let me look at... I gotta double check something.
Fair.
Maybe we can just tell them the details aren't important. I mean, they're gonna get their stuff back. But I think I get what you're thinking, player to player, Oz. Like, have a suggested location.
Yeah, no, not really. There's not really any sort of like abandoned or vacant stuff. There's generally people kind of like you would come out and see people kind of walking around, going about their business.
Like, if they're in the boxes that they originally shipped in, then I would probably look around a bit more while they're still working with the boxes. Like, is there an alley or a place under a dock where we could just say, hey, we found these. Don't know why they were there. Maybe they were being kept there for transfer.
Okay.
Did there seem to be an exit in the cellar? A way that they entered in from the cellar, or did they seem to come from upstairs and bring the stuff down here?
Go ahead and I guess I wouldn't really make you do a perception check for this because it would be pretty obvious. You guys just never asked. But
I didn't roll that. It was an exit.
There is there is a cellar door that like one of those like slanted cellar doors that opens to the back.
Okay.
That
if I go to open that, is it unlocked? And kind of peek around.
It is actually unlocked, yeah.
If I peek around, is it busy back here? Many people?
No, it's pretty much, it opens, you like look out and there's like maybe 10 feet into the waterfront. It's like a thin strip of land behind.
All right.
That works.
Right, we could.
It's like maybe someone was planning to pick them up later.
Yeah, sure.
So if I saw that door before leaving, then that would be the first plan I thought of. And I wouldn't need to do any of the scouting.
Yeah, it was funny. I was wondering if you guys were going to try to look for anything outside of the building when you first investigated it, and you just like never looked or asked if there was any sort of entrance.
Or on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nope, we just went straight in.
Yeah.
Very earnest.
Yeah, we're.
It's funny.
Yeah, a straightforward kind of group.
Yeah. So, also, as you are you guys going? Are you going to be around there? Is that where? Are you coming out there?
Yeah. If it's not busy and there's really nobody on, it seems like the easiest way to get these things outside.
Okay. What is your character's name, Moss?
Me?
Oh, Robin.
Yeah, it's on my character sheet.
What is he doing currently? Is he still
I'm the one not. Yes, I'm the one not carrying a box, so I'm checking for witnesses, checking for guards, being very careful.
And is Pock and Letus, are you both carrying boxes as well as Tyrion?
Yep.
Okay. So as you guys come up from out of the back entrance of the cellar, you hear not just the regular waves of the water, but sounds like something's in the water. and after a second or two, as you guys are fully emerging from the basement, you see a familiar face pop out of the water. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Letus is just gonna say, "Greetings, water female."
Yes, we
Water
claimed that.
female is my name now.
Yes, we claimed that you ditched us before we went into the building.
Yeah, no, that Marquise warned me. Did I have like an understanding of what they went and did, or do I just like, yep,
You know
fuck
what?
y'all, I'm swimming?
You know what our job was? We went in the front door and they're now coming out the back door with boxes.
Okay, I just needed context. That's all.
Yeah, you were there for when they picked up the job.
Gotcha. So, like, as Pearl emerges from the water, she's kind of like reining her hair out a bit, so that way it's not dripping all over the place.
Does that work?
It works in real life with long hair. She's
Wring
just
out your
gonna be
hair
like,
like you're wring out a towel.
yeah, like
it does
just
work.
kind
I
of,
do it every day.
yeah, you twist it and you just like, eh. And then she's just going to be like, so I take it you guys were able to complete the mission?
Yes.
Got the goods. Now we
We
gotta
found
bring
them.
them back.
We found them.
Fine.
Points to the shore,
What?
right here.
Find a small box or bag to carry.
Pearl's
As
going to
we're
find the
all-
smallest object she can and put it over her shoulder.
All right.
Chalk.
So you guys have now secured the boxes. You are around back, I think, except Robin is.
And
Have you
we're
gone
not-
back there?
I'm not on the town map.
Oh.
I
Oh,
am
wait a
also
minute.
not on the town map.
I forgot
Because-
because you guys
we-
are.
We're moved separately last session. That may
How do-
affect this.
It does. How do I fix that?
I think
Simplest
you just
way? Exactly what he's saying. Drag the halfling face to the map, and here I am. Turn back over
No.
here.
No,
No,
how
you
do-
so.
to get the whole party back, you have a flag that has them on, like
Uh-huh.
says everyone. Drag that to a new thing, and it should move everybody to that thing.
That's what I did.
Oh, really?
And apparently
That
it moved
didn't do it?
everyone except them too. So that's fine. I just dragged
Huh.
their little player faces over. I'll just have to keep track of that. That's not a big deal. Learning on the fly.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're here,
Yes.
and we got the job, like,
So the barracks.
Or the barracks over here.
over here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Well, no, that's where we got the clue.
The
about
barracks is way
the
up
Camboree.
here. The barracks is the first building you come to. It's across the street from the Wicker Goat Tavern, and it's
Oh.
it's up towards the gate. So
It's up. It's this up here, right? I'm pinging it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where we picked up the job. I like your. This road would be better.
I'm out of space. You get the idea.
Yeah, I think
Let's-
that's a.
Let's
Fuck.
take the long way around.
sure.
All right. Yeah.
Also, just as a reminder, you guys do have, like, you found a like a parchment for this job in the tavern, so you do have some proof that you are on this job.
Mhm.
If somebody were to question you, that was a while ago. I don't know if you remember that at all.
Yeah. No, it wasn't in my notes. I'll add it now.
After we've put all the boxes like behind the
Like,
after we
set
pull them all out and set them down, Letus is going to walk around one side of the building and then turn around and come back and say, "I found the mining supplies. They were here the whole time."
Thank you. Thank you, Letus.
Let us proceed.
That's his way of just letting you know he gets the plan.
Yes. You
Yeah,
didn't have to say that.
that was good.
You didn't have to say that. And so,
In the future, you can wink.
I don't know if he physically can wink.
we'll
I just
work
wanted to
on
see
that.
if you can, really.
We'll work on
You
that
see
technology.
you see a shutter on one side just go choo choo.
Perfect. Got it.
Hell yeah. All right, so
Alright.
guys,
So
what are you doing?
now, so a wave passes over the bottom of the boxes, and I gesture to the people to pick up the boxes again.
Yep, I'm lifting. I'm lifting as many things as my liony body can lift.
You guys are able to carry them.
Okay. Yeah. So then I think we head to the barracks, right?
Yeah.
Or no, the barracks is where we turn it in.
The barracks is I mean, that's where you would turn in the quest that you're on, the job that you're on.
So we head on
Yeah.
in.
All right.
Is there another thing?
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
as
I still
ahead.
say like we take the long way.
Yeah, let's take the long way.
all right. So you guys decide to take the long way. It takes you. I mean, the town's not huge. It would probably take you carrying the stuff that you're carrying, 45 minutes to walk
Fair.
over there. Pearl, do you go back over the shark fin bridge given what happened last time? You're muted.
Realize that. Hell no, I'm going to swim my one crate or my one small little bag across the way. I ain't going back over that vomit bridge.
Okay.
How deep is the water?
For this river part, maybe about like 8 feet.
So enough to swim.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like at the lowest point around the bridge, it's probably about 8 feet or so.
Well, when we get to that, now is it like a gradual incline or is it just like wow?
No, it's a gradual incline.
Okay.
The deepest part in the middle is probably about 8 feet.
Letus is gonna look down at himself and realize that he's still covered in like crusted dirt and just nastiness, and he's just going to walk down one side, totally submerge himself and the crate, and then walk up the coast of the other side.
I hope that wasn't the one with oats.
Dang it! What did I?
A 4.
It's mining supplies, though, right? It's probably all metal and wood.
Let's say
It's okay.
When Letus comes out the other side, I do attempt to explain that, we probably don't need to get the stuff wet.
I
in the
was
future.
dirty.
There's water spilling out of the box and also crevices of Letus. What did you roll this for?
it doesn't matter anymore. We press on.
Okay. So after a little while, you guys come back to the barracks. I will drag all y'all over. I have to get you guys individually.
Those are much better guards than the ones
I did add some. Well, no, your guards are still there though. They're up manning a different post.
That's awesome.
We have window guards.
There was a shift change, and they had to man some different posts.
Amazing.
Hey, they must have walked out of the same tower that Jerk did.
Oh man, that would have been a good idea. I'm sorry, Doc, that I didn't see your comment until just now.
Nice.
He wanted us to roll to see if a fish got stuck in Letus.
I did not hear that. What? That's amazing.
Yeah, I just saw his comment. And I was like, ah, dang, I should have said that. That's funny.
An octopus squeezed into the crevices and inside him.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys get there, and there are 2 guards there. They're not the same guards, but you do see the ones up in the windows, and they're like, hey. But the 2 guards now.
Tried to gesture with boxes in my hands.
Yeah, the 2 guards now see you guys approaching. They kind of approach you guys, noticing the insignia on the box, and obviously having been told that somebody was on the job to try to recover this stuff. And they're just like, all right, looks like you guys got did the job. Did you find anyone there?
I nudge a Robin.
All I have to give you are these. We're still not entirely sure what happened. But if this happens again, feel free to let us know. And also pay us again.
Well, whoever did it was smart enough not to stick around, I suppose. I'm not sure on what the plan was, but job's a job. You guys done it. So I will pay you. And I forgot how much money I said it was. Hang on.
Oh, my notes are terrible. I did not say it either.
I think it was like 300 gold.
Some valuable mining supplies. I like it.
Yeah. So they give you a sack of 300 gold, and they're like, "It was quite right of you guys to help us out with this. We've been having a lot of issues with just sea princes out in the sea and stuff. We can't. God damn it!" I knocked my camera down.
I heard the noise. I thought it was Tom. I thought your dog had come along and boom, like caught the cable or something.
Nah, it was funny.
Gets out a little notebook. Tell me more about these sea princes.
They're well, when the king was off on his trying to conquer lands and prove his kingliness and expand the empire, they didn't really pay attention all the way down south here to this, what was still kind of is, depending on who you ask, a little backwater town of Saltmarsh, and they weren't really paying attention and didn't really have a navy, and a bunch of pirates formed a confederacy, and it kind of just taken over part of the land, a bit southwest of here, and they just kind of do whatever, attacking ships, taking stuff. It's been right pain in the ass, honestly.
Lita starts asking about zoning and ownership, and asking about squatters' rights, and if that applies on the seas, and just starts barraging them with question after question about real.
You can see that he's like very confused. It's like
my friend,
metal man. I don't really know what you're saying.
Okay, I take the book. I take the.
Pick him up and just kind of move him up back in between.
To simplify, to simplify his intents. So you're saying So you're saying the sea princes are not? Are they citizens of this country that are just taking what they want to survive?
I would say some of them probably hail from this kingdom, yeah, but not all of them. They've kind of taken over a small area of off the to the south, and they're claiming it as their own country.
And how has this helped your king's attempt to prove his kingliness, as you said?
He's right pissed. We deal with them on a pretty regular basis. Not gonna lie, they hassle incoming trading ships, and that unfortunately, by the time the king actually decided to do anything about them, they had become quite the force.
So right then, Letus is going to pull a book out of his satchel, the King of Realty, and like reach over Tyrion's. Yeah. So he's reaching over Tyrion's shoulder and waving it at one of the guards.
Now's not the time. Well, we can discuss.
What's all this then? What is that? The King of Realty? What? Well, I'm not trying to buy a house.
It will explain my questions.
He's new, and by new I mean very new to the world. So apologies.
Yeah. So when you say you say they've been holding territory that's part of this nation, are there any jobs related to that? Because that sounds like it's a more serious issue than anything else that I've heard of in the last several days.
Well, right now it's kind of in our hands. We've got what we're working on building somewhat of a navy. We can always use hands, and if you guys are trying to join the military, but
I don't know. That sounds like that's doomed to failure.
Third tier.
Well, I mean, I'm a military man myself. I wouldn't like to say that. I wouldn't like to think it's doomed to failure, but
No, not your venture, but any attempt for us to follow a chain of command, I expect, would go down in flames.
I see.
We're
No,
still working out our group dynamic.
no freelance jobs right now, but I'm sure there are many other jobs in the area. Perhaps if you prove yourself and build a reputation.
More than just returning your goods, but we'll find in a more heroic way.
Yeah, there's only so many gods, and they can only do so much around here. The Navy has to be out at sea all the time, so I'm sure there's many jobs. There's many creatures out in the wilds. We can't have our eyes everywhere. There's going to be things that need to be done. Do you have any more questions?
Exactly, does joining the military entail? Does it mean I would become a recruit who serves under a captain who then performs various tasks, or is it something where we have more agency, like detective?
No, you.
Understood.
If you were going to join the military, as in what I do, no, you would take orders and you would follow them. If you were looking to do some sort of detective work, you could possibly speak to the town council. They may have something like that for you.
Thank you. As adventurers, I think that might suit us a bit more. Appreciate the information.
Not a problem, you guys. We thank you for your service, and you guys have a lovely evening.
Thank you. And I try to.
It's very polite.
It's very polite. I offer him a handshake, a firm, sturdy, very strong handshake. Say, good on you for protecting your fellow man.
He goes to reach out, and he notices like the big pause, and he's just like, that submits there. Yeah, all right. And it's just like shakes your hand.
Move it around, very sturdy.
He's a bit flustered by the overwhelming size and strength of a giant cat paw.
Yep. And then I think I'll try and figure out how to divide 300 by 4.
Right.
So
75 be 350, 50 divided.
What? Why is that not playing on repeat? Well, whatever. So yeah, you guys are
75 apiece. So I dole out 75 gold to everyone who helped with the obtaining the goods.
all right. So you guys do that. Divide the gold amongst yourself, and you guys are standing kind of outside the barracks. Did you have anything that you wanted to do? It's probably about 4 o'clock, 4:30.
Maybe we find the location of the town council, just to identify it and find a place. And then once we know where that is, so that we could perhaps go in the morning to see if there is anything else that we, as an adventuring party, could do for the city. Then I'll find a place to stay for the night.
Okay. Is that what you all want to do?
I am
Please,
so
you got-
sorry.
Cletus, I gave you 75 gold out of the 300 for your part in the returning the stolen goods.
Oh, thank you.
And I explained that you can use this to buy things, like the books that I purchased for you.
I will buy books.
Or food. Did we establish that you don't eat? We established that, yeah. Maybe clothing. I don't know what you're can't remember if you're wearing anything or if you're just a naked metal man.
I'm wearing I think it's scale armor, chainmail. So he'll just go ding ding. It's like clothes are taken care of. Books.
Maybe some common clothes so that you blend in a little more. You stand out a little less.
That is an excellent idea. Thank you. I did not expect this sort of idea from him, honestly. I guess he stands out all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I am like my armor is constantly gleaming and clean no matter what we do. That's the wondrous item that I picked is the
No,
gleaming armor. So it just never gets dirty.
yeah, also that it's also the really good heavy armor that
Big man for big armor. Oh, thanks, Aaron, for the division, because I had to get a calculator out to get to 75, and I see that Oz also helps. Thank you.
So you guys heading back into town, or
I suggested the party that we find the location of the council so that we can return there in the morning and see if there's any more work that could be done for an adventuring party,
and follow the lead.
and then find a place to bed for the evening.
all right? So you guys head back down. The main town is over the bridge, the Sharkfin Bridge. Everything else is kind of there's other things around there, but the main part of the like city hub is over that bridge.
I tell Letus, now's a good time to walk through the water and clean yourself.
And he does again walk through the water, and this time he like shakes around and tries to get some of the gunk off of him.
Let's also have you roll a
Fish stuck in you roll.
yeah, roll a
check.
d4, and there'll be a 25% chance that there's like a fish stuck in your gears.
1.
All right, you came out fishless.
And slightly cleaner.
Hmm.
Can Pock also walk through the water?
Yeah, if you want.
How tall are you?
So three of the 5 of our party decide not to use the bridge, which Tyrion just kind of looks, laughs, and chuckles at the hilarity of it.
Is there anything that you're trying to do?
No, it just looked like it was enjoyable.
Okay.
Behind water.
Can you breathe underwater or like hold your breath for a long time or something?
I can hold my breath for pretty long.
Okay.
I think
Okay,
that
I
is
would
a
say I
feature.
have gills, so like I'm completely aquatic.
Yeah. All right. Well, if you guys are going across this bridge again, you would see the market, some large buildings to your left. Further on down, different shops and things like that.
I want to buy Letus I want to encourage Letus to buy some street clothes for something that might make him look a little less Robo-Man.
I have common clothes.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
I want to encourage you to buy new ones that aren't filthy from laying in the ground for however many decades that was.
Long time.
Come on, it's only gonna be a few copper. We'll get you cleaned up. You look right and proper, and maybe we can find you a fancy robot lady who will appreciate how you care for yourself.
At that point, Oberyn starts not listening to that.
All right. How much would I'm gonna follow your lead on this one.
Yes,
what
because I'm trying to
clothes?
lead constantly.
Which one should I?
And I'll look for clothes too.
Which one
Maybe
should I
Maybe
buy?
a fine set of clothes for myself.
Okay. Well, if you guys are walking around the market, you would come upon just a random shop. We'll say just a random shop, whatever, in the market. And they do. So it's like a little boutique in the front part of like a front half of somebody's house, and you walk in, and a lady comes. It's like, "Hello, what's up? What? Whoa. Were you looking for anything in particular? You two are quite large and not metal and furry. But I think we have some things that we can get you.
I require clothes.
I require big and tall.
Right. Okay. Well, let me take a look here. Oh, yes. No, this would be lovely. And she pulls out a very nice, like, tunic. It's like a tunic. It's dyed like a dark blue with some frill along the collar and down the neck. And then there's like a nice lace. You could like close it, and then there's like some nice like frill around the around the wrists. And
now that's something we could go to a celebration at a lord's home in.
If you're looking to be presentable in front of the somebody fancy, this would totally work for that.
I'm gonna ask, do you have anything I could wear over this chainmail and look presentable?
Just have to be a little bit bigger, right?
Are you looking to do presentable? Are you trying to look fancy? Are you just trying to just have like just not chainmail? Hide your
I was thinking
all
of
that
something,
metal.
I was thinking of something that we could wear if we were, invited to a lord's hall for a, for an evening to celebrate our many accomplishments.
Well, what's your style? What would you like? I mean, I've got this fancy shirt I showed you, but we've got it in different colors. We've got some without all the frilliness, but it's fine clothing, good stitch, well fit, not just your average kind of one size fits all. Look like just hanging on you.
I prefer a fine material more than I do the accoutrements of. That's not how you say that word. Of details. But he could probably go with whatever.
Well, we do have some nice.
But the frills work good for him, I think.
Yeah, we well, if you'd like those, we certainly have them. I do have some things. She pulls out like just kind of like a nice tunic that has buttons down the front, about halfway down, but they're made out of like a nice light, soft cotton.
Sounds perfect.
Yeah. And she's got a couple different colors. There's like a green one, like a forest green, and then there's like a one that's like a red salmon color, almost like a coral.
Coral. All right.
Yeah.
I can go with the pink.
Yeah.
Sounds good for me. Yeah.
Oh, right.
I mean, if you're asking a question, I think Tyrion would be like looking for something closer to his homeland, and so when I think of that kind of Greco-Roman tunic, I think of things, like a finer cloth, but low on buttons and frills and stuff. So the simpler material with a higher
At this point, we're just
a higher thread count. But yeah, this is much farther than I wanted to get into this.
And I think Letus would kind of gravitate
I'm
towards.
gonna roleplay with you.
All right.
Letus would gravitate more towards like a cloak, so he could keep his head covered.
All right. I asked if you had hats for him.
Yeah, we have all kinds of hats. Were you gonna say something else?
Mechanically, with the cloak and the such, this is becoming more like the traveler's set than the fine set.
Yeah, essentially these are like fine clothes, or you can get common clothes. If you're looking for something that is of a nicer fabric but not super fancy, you could. She's like, yeah, we can do something. It's like a sleeveless tunic, nicer cotton, not all the bells and whistles. We could do that for like 3 gold pieces. And then
2 gold, 5 silver.
Roll a persuasion check.
Last week you bashed us for haggling.
I know, but now I get to do it.
I guess that's turnabout.
Turnabout's fair play. $14.
She's like, no, it's just I don't know who you are, and maybe if you were friends, we had a relationship. But it's 3.
Well, then let's establish their relationship, and I slide her 3 gold.
Thank
And
you
her
for
3
that.
gold.
She gives you a nice tunic. I don't. You can pick what color it is. I don't know if you want the coral one.
Oh, royal blue.
All right. Yep, we've got that. She hands that to you. And for your friend here, did you want?
I'll step in front of Tyrion at this point, and
right.
I will say, bells and
Rub his
whistles,
head.
please.
All right. So she pulls out a couple different shirts. They've got the frills on. You know, they've got the droopy arm that comes to a cinch at the wrist with the frills and the frills that go around the neck and down the chest and the nice lace, and there's different colors in it. And the lace is like kind of like a golden color, where it's like you can get like a blue or what color are you looking for?
I like the golden color.
You want like a yellow with like a golden lace?
Yes.
Any big hats with feathers for him? I think
That's
that would
what I was. Yeah.
Well,
You want to friend has good taste. She pulls down like almost like a, what would that hat be? Like one of those wide brimmed hats, but one side is folded straight up.
Folded
and
up.
It's got feather,
Like a bard's.
like a big
A bard's hat.
It's like a big
thing, it's been on the side, feather.
like a nice brown leather with like a big crimson feather on the side. She's like, yeah, I mean, I could give this to you, 30 gold pieces.
Jeebus.
I mean, he's buying like nice stuff, like fancy stuff.
Okay.
For the first time that he ever buys clothes in his entire life.
And
We gave for 25 gold.
well, let's see here. Your friend's buying a shirt and a hat, and he's naked from the waist down. Granted, he is metal, but let's say I'll throw him in some decent pants, and we'll go 30.
Deal.
You got pants out of it.
All right.
Jesus.
Does anybody else want to buy anything or do anything there?
So
No.
what do I?
The gap between 3 and 30 gold is insane. That's so high. Oh my god.
You bought.
We got took to the cleaners.
What do I put on my sheet?
I add a set of clothes, fine.
Yeah, fine clothing.
And as we're there, I take off the shirt and kind of drop it on the floor and put on the clothes that she's giving me.
If you wouldn't mind discarding this, and I pick it up and hand it to her.
Robo Toga.
Well,
yeah. So you guys buy that stuff. You guys are still in the market. That probably took 15 minutes. Is there anything that you want to do while you're here?
I just wanted to get him looking a little more presentable. I don't know about. Actually, probably would have done the same thing with Lizard Person, but I don't want to extend us out through another shopping spree of 4
Doc
hours.
would have told you no. It's like no.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you guys are kind of just walking around the market. After a while, you do hear a bell go off in the center of town. You would presume it's pretty loud. You start to see people kind of walking through the streets all in one direction. Not everyone, but a decent amount of people. You would overhear that people are going to the city council.
Oh, guys, we can find out where the city council is. This is exactly what I was hoping the information we could gain. Let's go.
Fair enough.
And I want to follow people over towards the city council. I head that way.
Okay. So,
if anyone else comes with me, but I'm going.
you guys were actually extremely close to it. I mean, people are just gathering outside. Let me do a mark here. Or if anybody else wants to... No, wait, I'll do it real quick. How the heck do I draw again? Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Red. It's right here.
Okay, so this is a question that doesn't really have to do with anything, but I wanted to do it. Since I'm a magical like golem soldier being, can we have it so that my sword is just magically like suspended, like I can just clip it to my back, basically?
It's like magnetized to you.
Yeah,
Like Cloud Strife is what you're looking at.
yeah.
I don't care.
Just hovers on his back.
It's flavor.
No arguments here.
So yeah, the town council, the council hall is actually just across the street from the main market. I believe I did a...
See.
Yes. Okay. So as you guys,
Guys, we passed this building.
yeah, as you guys go in, let's switch to that one. Ignore this random silhouetted person, because this was just an image that I found. So, yeah, the council hall is right across the path from the main market area of Saltmarsh. A large square wooden building consisting of two wings that wrap around the outside of the primary great hall in the center, creating two small courtyards on either side, each decorated with local plant life, walking paths, places to sit. The main hall consists of a large lobby, the walls covered in paintings of what one would assume would be the ancestors of the natives here at Saltmarsh. Imagine images frozen in time of things that they had built and events that they saw. Two doors lead into the back half of the Great Hall, spanning the distance between the two doors, or over the two doors, are a group of 5 portraits. All have nameplates below them. You would see the names of Ada Owland, Gellin Primewater, Eliendar Fireborn, Manistrad Copperlocks, and Anders Salmar. There are a bunch of people gathered inside the council hall lobby waiting to go before the council and give their statements about the state of what's going on in the land. Many guards reporting what they have seen, and locals asking for assistance with economic troubles, or farmers reporting strange sightings on the outskirts of town. Before long, somebody comes and grabs you guys and pulls you and asks you to come into the chambers.
Yeah, I'm interested. I'll walk right in.
All right. You all go in there, I'm assuming?
I'll follow. I would follow right behind Tyrion.
Me as well.
So yeah, what you see, the 5 people in the portraits you see sitting before you, they all are looking at you, and one lady, I can actually pull over her image.
I did not catch all those names, so
It is okay.
yeah. If any of those were important, there's no way.
All right. I guess I have to do it this direct way. So, give me 1 second. Let me pull over everybody. So, super tiny. So, see her. Him. Chill.
Turn
This
off,
dude.
yeah, turn off all your snaps and make it a drawing. It's such a pain.
This guy. Well, I should have put a name on the actual portraits of them.
So you could find it in the files.
Well, no, I have that, but I just mean like so
Oh.
that you guys know, like from you guys can look at them and see who they are. And then this dude, he's fucking. There, yeah, sure, whatever. So, so this is Ada, Ada Alland, Gellin Primewater, Eliendar Fireborn, Manistrad Copperlocks, and Anders Salmar. They are the town council here, and as you guys enter, Ada looks to all of you and says, "So, this this is I don't know what to call you all, strangers. Not from here, but they came in and just immediately solved a problem with some lost mining gear. So I figured when I heard that they had come to the city council that we should ask them if they would be interested in this haunted house or whatever it is you keep going on about, Anders." And you see a young boy, he's probably like late teens. He's like, "Yes, the haunted house. Yes, would you all be interested in investigating the miners? They have to pass by this stupid abandoned mansion every day, getting to the mines, and they're always complaining about superstitions, and some of them are too scared to even go to the mines anymore. We just need somebody to check it out. We'd be willing to pay you, but the locals seem too scared."
Well, you're in luck. I feared nothing and no man, no god, and no demon.
Well, sounds like we're in luck, I suppose. Giant cat man, I would not be scared if I looked like you as well. And your friends here, you all look rather capable, and
We are.
seems you are quite resourceful.
Fine group of adventurers. You've chosen the right people for your mission.
You would then hear Eliandar like, "And what accomplishments do you even have? I mean, what if there are pirates there? I suppose you look capable enough, but how do we know we're not just? I don't want to send these people to their deaths. We don't know what's going on there." The other ones kind of roll their eyes, and you guys say anything or?
I suppose a better idea of the dangers we might be facing would help us reassure you if we were up to the task or not. Perhaps I'd tell them a quick tale of something that we've done in the 3 levels before this.
Okay. Well, so
Roll performance.
I would
Yeah.
say, if nothing else, like Pearl just like kind of peek around from behind the party and be like, "You act as if the sea is any stranger to me or my kind and the dangers that are in it."
Letus is going to look at him and say, "I may have died before."
You do see that Gellin responds to Pearl. "Aye, that's the sea. It is quite dangerous. Are you where are you from?"
I'm from a small community that lives in the depths of a sea far from here, my friend.
Flash some gills.
I mean, I'm green.
I breathe underwater.
I have blue skin. I'm constantly looking like I'm wet. My hair is a hot mess, and I got seaweed for clothing. What more do you want from me?
The elf. I haven't never met one of your kind before, but I trust you know your way about the sea and its dangers. I think that they should be fine. He says to the other council members. Copperlocks also just kind of grunts. "That'll be fine. Yeah, just let them. We don't. It's all just superstition, anyways. But they would explain to you.
Yeah, that's like in addition to investigating the area, what's the task at hand?
So recently, as the miners have been coming back and forth, they've reported sounds of wailing and just an eerie feeling from the house. Lights going on and off within the house and being seen as if somebody's carrying around a torch or some sort of ghostly apparition is illuminating the hallways. This mansion, you see, was home to an alchemist long ago, but he's since passed, and it's just been overgrown with vines, and nature is starting to overtake it. No one really has done anything with it. It's just kind of falling apart. But recently, things have whispers and apparitions, and people seen people in the windows, and we just. It's probably all just somebody's drunk and stumbling by and thought they saw something, but the locals are rather freaked out, and I don't think he would use the word freaked out, but the locals, yes, the locals are rather unnerved, and we would like somebody to reassure them.
Oh, we can certainly investigate a building for you. It must be abandoned or something. I'm certain you're not sending us to go on breaking and entering in someone's home, summer home or something.
Do we have your full Yes, do we have authorization to do this as a job for the council?
Yeah, Copperlocks would look to all of them and just be like, yes, there's no one that lives there anymore, and if you can get my mining operation back on track, some of these miners are too superstitious to even go back out that way. If you can get it back on track, I've got 1,000 gold in it for you.
So investigate the building. If we find someone squatting there, remove them, and if there are perhaps other dangers of the more ethereal nature, to also remove them from there in order to make the area safe and bring less fear to the people who are nearby.
Yeah, Ada chimes in and just says, yes, if you find anyone there, remove them and just let them know that they can't live there, that the house is probably going to fall on them at any second anyways. I mean, it's been abandoned for I don't even know how long, before I was around. And if you find some ghosts, then if you know how to get rid of them, I would say that's probably a good idea.
Dealt with the undead in the past and should have some measure of something that can help here.
All right.
Sounds good. Well, we will. If you let me back up. So they would bring you. They would call you forth to the table, and they would unfurl a map. And I will bring you guys to this map. This map. It's kind of weird because the way that they decided to draw this, because the north is to the right. So you're kind of looking at it from the side. But this house is in between the Dwarven Mine and Salt Marsh. It is about 4 miles outside of town to the east. And they would explain to you, you can, if you travel, if you go out the eastern road of Salt Marsh and follow the old seashore road, you'll come across an old broken down gate and some walls and stuff about 4 miles out, and that'll lead you into the haunted house, the old mansion.
Sounds like a profitable endeavor for us to embark upon, and also that would help not only the people of Saltmarsh, but also the government. So I'm in. What do you all say? Tyrion turns back to the group.
I say yes.
Sounds like an interesting story.
Hawk grunts and then shrugs like whatever. Get to kill something.
Can I make a knowledge nature check to determine if I know what type of creatures these could be from the ocean depths that they're describing, just in general?
Well, they think the house is haunted.
So they have no idea.
They don't know. No one. They personally don't know. They've only gotten reports that like lights have been seen moving about and like noises have been heard in the building, and it just kind of gives off like this eerie aura. They don't actually know.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like people basically the dwarves. There's the dwarven mine, which is being run at like Saltmarsh is being used as the base of operations. The dwarves travel past this property on their way to the mine, and they're like getting freaked out, and some of them are like, I don't want to go out there anymore because they're
Gotcha.
yeah
Because they got to go from the mine to Saltmarsh.
so they have to pass this, and some of them are
Can't take the road that way.
yeah so yeah if you guys want to
I'm like, if everyone's not saying yes, I'm like, it's 1,000 gold. That's
Yeah, but-
valuable. That's a valuable bounty.
Yeah, it sounds like we've all agreed or been neutral about it. So when you have this sort of enthusiasm, I just sort of usually follow and just make sure that you don't get yourself into something we can't get out of. Really.
Yeah, is there a parchment or anything we can take that proves we're on the job?
yes actually you can
Acting on behalf of the council here in Saltmarsh.
they would hand you a document that's kind of like describing the job. It was part of like what they were going over when they had like notes and written stuff down about the reports that have been seen and stuff like that. They would hand you a parchment describing this, and they would all have signed it. So you would have some sort of like verifiable evidence that you're not just like going in and smashing shit.
Or
You're
you
not-
encounter somebody who's there to, be like, yeah, we have the authority to remove you from this building.
So yeah,
Yeah, that works sometimes.
You never know. Could
Uh,
just be a bunch of scared kids.
Could be.
Hmm.
So you guys are still at the council. They would say, all right. Well, with that taken care of, we hope to hear back from you about what you find. Hopefully, it's just nothing.
It's the mean-looking lady with the tattoos.
That is Copperlock's. What the fuck did I have her first name?
Copperlocks is fine. So
That's
but
her last
she's-
name. She's a she's a dwarf.
dwarf.
Yeah. So I guess
Did she look this fierce in person?
yeah.
Because if so, I feel like Tyrion would have to make a comment like, "You seem like a strong warrior yourself."
I can handle myself in a fight. Hopefully, you never have to see that. Right now, I'm mostly worried about my mining.
Oh, but I might love to see it, but I understand.
Well, maybe you will someday, stranger.
I got a thing for powerful women.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
say
that's
that.
fine. I was gonna say, do you say that?
Yeah, it's very clear. I don't say that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, she seems like she recognizes your strength. You make an insight check real quick.
I'm on it. I want to roll dice.
So, how fancy do I look compared to them?
Oh god, pure zero.
You look like way fancier than everybody else. Like you are extremely overdressed. Like You're overdressed, like compared to the rest of the party.
Well, I'm talking about compared to the council members.
Ada would be dressed pretty finely, and Anders would also be dressed very finely. He would look to be as though he's probably like a noble of some sort. You would Tyrion would have gathered based on how Copperlocks reacted earlier, just being like, they'll be fine. It's fine. Just let them go do the job. Like they're not gonna go die. Like she seems at first glance to like get that you seem pretty strong and capable, and she would trust you to do something like this. So she's not like she doesn't think you're weak.
I like it.
You hear Elitist kind of mumble to himself, "Need more bells and whistles."
But yeah, so you guys
It's going to be literally wearing bells and literal whistles.
I hope so.
Like a gym whistle.
You you're fine. So after they give you all this information, they kind of give you a rundown of what they know, where it is, give you like a map to kind of show you like how to get there. They tell you like, all right, well, we have unfortunately we have other business to attend to, but I'm sure that we will see you around. We hope to see you back soon. And they send you back out the other door, back into the lobby with all the other people.
Thanks for the work.
You're mighty welcome.
Appreciate it. We will serve the town council well, and then I want to go find a place to bed for the evening and head out in the morning, bright, fresh, and early if everybody's in for it. But that's what I'm suggesting.
Yeah, I mean, does anybody else want to do anything? I was going to take a break at 9, so
Yeah, she just around. I was gonna say, can I go pour a drink and we could pause here?
Yeah, we can pause here.
Is there a library nearby, or any like displayed books that Elitist can just go read?
Is the marketplace still open?
Well, I'm just talking about like in the council room. Do they have like a newspaper or something, a bulletin board, anything I can just go read?
You could. I mean, there's 2 different wings that kind of wrap around the main hall. If you wanted to go look at what they were, I mean, they're not like sealed off or anything.
It's a public building. Government buildings usually are like a hall with maybe some artwork, statues and stuff.
So Elitist is gonna wander the halls.
Okay. Well, let's take a break there real quick. And how long do we want to do? Like 15 minutes ish?
Maybe
Probably
5 to
10. I say 10 mid ground.
10.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right, I'll be back in like 10 minutes.
Sounds good.
run to the market to get. Just run quick.
Windows 8 or 10. Boop. This is the app I will need. Awesome.
You're welcome.
No,
I think
yeah,
I'll-
thank you very, very much for this because, like, getting ready, you'll need the following to use a computer, PS4 system, a controller, a USB cable.
Works on tablets and phones and stuff too.
By using a wireless adapter, you can use the controller wirelessly. So I'm going to need to get the USB cable to plug my controller in. Account
How do you
usage.
normally charge it?
Not by doing that.
You don't charge it with a USB cable to your machine?
No, nope. I
Hmm.
have a dock.
Alright.
So save this for later so I can get this figured out.
So what do you run into the market to get?
Well, so I guess yeah. So Tyrion's running to the market. You are wandering around the wings of the town city council hall. Which direction did you go? Did you go left wing or right wing or?
We'll go with the left wing.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, as you're walking around there, you would find there's a couple different buildings, not buildings, sorry, rooms. There is a room that has a bunch of books in it. So if you wanted to go in there, you could.
Okay.
Yeah, and Tyrion's just like, Robin, if you could help us find a place to stay this evening, I just want to go pick something up real quick at the market. I'll be right back here and meet you real fast.
Okay. And he's gone.
He's gone.
Well, it's
And
not like
fat.
this hasn't happened before.
Sorry.
Let's
Alright,
see
so
here.
Was the tab?
I would like to just pick a book and start reading. What am I reading?
Oh, I see what you're doing. Give me a book name again.
Oh man! All right, hang on. Give me a second. I need to just make a table of books.
I think I did this with just Google searches on like a topic where I'm like top 10 like whatever books, like romance novels, and then like take the names and try and make them fantasy.
You're gonna
I
need
would
a
just
book
take-
table.
I
That's
would
what
just
I'm
take,
doing.
I would just take all the skills, all the tool sets, all the backgrounds, and roll on that.
All right, let's roll. 1d100. 40. You find the air above.
What's that about?
It is a book about.
Sounds vaguely celestial.
Yeah, it's a book about like the theories of like what is up in the sky and the creatures that may live there and things like that.
Air elementals, maybe a mention of a plane of air. Is there an airplane? I know there's a fire plane.
No, airplanes haven't been invented yet.
That's not what I meant, but I like. There's the
It's
water
what
plane.
you said.
The fire plane.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it would be the same as any other. There would be planes of existence. So yeah, so you do find that book. So I would say that I have a table. I do have a table for market stuff.
I just wanted to pick that thing up and come back.
Did you get that thing I sent you?
You know, thing I sent you? There is the plane of air in the elemental chaos. I was right.
Mhm.
Air, water, earth, and fire.
So this
Oh,
should
wait.
be interesting
Yeah,
to
yeah.
bring up
Long
in
ago, the four nations lived together in harmony.
this should be an interesting topic to bring up in completely inappropriate times.
Thank you for that.
All right. So, yeah. So, I mean, you find this book. Are you just chilling in there reading it?
Yeah, I'm gonna find out where everybody's gonna be later so I can meet them later.
Okay. All right. What is everyone else doing? I know that Tyrion is gone. Okay.
My first thought is, well, that tavern we stopped in the way to the town seems like a place that travelers stop. Is there an inn there?
Who are you asking?
The DM.
I'm. You're asking essentially
Like,
God.
I would go back
Dear
to the tavern
God.
where we stopped and got a good reception and see if they have rooms to let.
Okay. Yeah.
Was
If you want to go
Good
back there.
reception?
I mean, there's also a bunch of people here.
Was
if
that
you wanted to
Sarah?
ask around.
Yeah, but if we're gonna try and do shady stuff over the next several days, it's better that we're not in the center of town all the time.
What were you trying to ask, Sarah?
All right.
Did they actually like us at that tavern? I mean, I swallowed a chicken whole and
I mean, they didn't dislike us. They just thought we were really fucking weird.
Which we were.
I mean, come on.
It's pretty valid.
I wouldn't say they liked us. I mean, we paid for our stuff, so they were okay with us.
Like I said, we weren't liked, but we weren't hated. Which is kind of like a typical thing for our crew. No one actually likes anybody from our parties. They just tolerate
Tyrion makes
all of
friends
us.
everywhere he goes. he is the like upbeat. I got this.
Not
and we're all
that
good. And
doesn't
don't worry,
rub
your
everybody the right way, though.
your
Like that.
problems aren't problems because we got this together.
I think that's the point that he's trying to make. Is like he believes that he makes friends everywhere he goes. Whether or not it rubs the
Yeah.
person the right way, he's oblivious to that.
Well, still
Not
out of
very smart.
character. I'd rather find a place to stay closer to the water.
Second that.
Well, okay. So, are you guys asking anybody about places to stay, or what do
In
you?
worst case scenario, if I don't find a place to stay, I could just take a nap in the bottom of the river.
The council members.
Well, you got they're
Oh,
back
right,
in
okay.
the room, yeah.
there
But there's just a bunch of people in here.
Is there like a clerk or other people? Staff?
There's a bunch of people that are waiting to go in to speak with the council about different things, including like guards and things like that. There's guards and like farmers and just like random commoner people.
Would Pock have heard Tyrion say find a place to stay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
assuming if you guys are all standing together, then yeah.
Alright, so Pock's gonna like walk up to the door to the closest guard. He's kind of, shoulders back because that's just how he is. Where do we stay?
Well, hello. Well, there's many places that you can stay, good sir. I think you're a sir, correct? I'm sorry, I'm not.
Pops up. Yes.
I have not met many of your kind. Let's see here. Pull up the different places. Well, let's take you back to the overworld map. And then also let me go there. So right now you guys are just outside of the council hall. You guys are at the council hall? What?
Sorry, we're making fun of each other.
Oh, you're good. I thought I said something weird.
No, we're just being dumb.
No, you're good. Every once in a while, I pronounce things kind of weird, I guess.
No, they were making
so
fun of my
you're
beard.
good.
Yeah. So yeah, there is the wicker goat, and there is. There is an empty nest, which is he explains is another tavern. Let's put up where that is. So that is right. Let's go with red. Empty nest is right here.
Oh, that's right on the water.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's actually on stilts, above the water. So there's that. Trying to see. I don't think there's any other like tavern / inns. No. Nope. Yeah, those would really be the main two inns there that they would have. So you could go all the way back to the Wicker Goat, or you could try to go over to the Empty Nest.
Can we say if they go towards either of them that they would maybe encounter me in the market?
Well, yeah, I mean they would have to leave the town hall, which exits into the market.
So Pock's gonna like give like a half nod to the guard and turn back to the group like, this place is close. I'm assuming the guard told me where it was at.
Yeah, he would have told you. That's why I marked it on the map, because he would have given you this knowledge.
And it's right there, and I'm like, it's right there to the party.
Yes.
Okay.
I
So-
mean, I'll
Very
follow
matter
her.
of fact, pointing at it.
I'll start heading towards the door and like heading that way then.
Well, as you guys exit, you exit out into the marketplace. There's the hustle and bustle of people walking to and fro.
We kind of bump into each other.
Yeah.
Tyrion has a very large fish over his shoulder, and he
A
goes
what?
up to a very large fish, a tuna, in fact, and he goes up to Puck, and he says, "I know the gold doesn't mean a whole lot to you, so I wanted to make sure that you got something out of this last task that we completed." And he holds out this massive tuna fish to Puck.
Pock's crest, super perked up. His tail kind of thumps on the ground. He takes the fish and throws it over his shoulder.
Fist
Thanks.
bumps.
Hell yeah.
Reluctantly fist bunks back.
Getting
but you
like
did just give me a fish. So
Ha ha!
friendship. Look at that. All right. So yeah, as you guys now, you guys are making your way. Are you guys heading to the Empty Nest? Is that where you're planning on staying?
If Pock goes on a path, I would follow, if only for the safety of everyone else.
Okay.
You guys found a place to stay? Great! Let's go get some rest before we try to set out for this haunted house.
Does anybody get to lead us?
Oh, he's still in the library?
We'll go find
He
him.
is still in the
Yes.
library. Well, hey. Yes.
Let's go find him.
Have I finished reading my book yet?
Well, I believe you. Possibly. I don't know. Can you read super fast as a robot?
I can read. No.
Well, I did have something that I wanted. I'll just whisper it to you. Um,
Oh, and just so you're prepared, guys, as long as we're in this town, I'm always going to be soaking wet because I don't have to breathe. So I'm just going to take the most direct path to places we have to go.
I kid you not, I was gonna swim across the water too.
Yeah, no. Any of these bridges that have dead fish on them, I'm not going near.
So my goal was to like follow CJ's character Pearl out and assume she swam across the way, and I was just gonna swim after her.
How well do you swim?
Pretty good actually.
You don't have like a swim movement. Your movement's cut in half. But if you can swim particularly well, you usually have like the same movement in water. And I think a lizard person does.
all right.
People don't have a water or a swim speed. They do? Since when? Since when?
It's racial feat.
Okay, and I've
Does your
asked.
creature have one?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I bet you do. And you're saying people don't. But
No,
I bet
I
you
have
do.
Okay.
a swim speed of 30 feet, so it's the
Okay.
same as walking.
That's
Shock.
news to me that lizards get swim speed, okay?
Yeah, I would think so.
Tribe lives underwater. Like, I can swim.
Not all lizard folk live underwater. That's why, like. Okay.
Combative sake.
So, does anybody
Yeah.
have
Is
a lot
anyone-
of
are you
a lot of
guys
chat
going-
points to give me inspiration?
I will go. Seeing these two will jump in the water and knowing I'm not going that way, I have
Yeah.
time to go back and get Letus and take a bridge like a normal person. Tyrion can follow at his leisure, or the fish can bring him across. I don't care.
Basically, if you guys encounter me and I give the tuna to Puck,
you go.
not seeing the entire party together, Tyrion's concern would be that we're not all together, and you would wonder where Letus is.
So
Try
we
this
go.
again.
We get him. He's probably still reading.
Okay.
But yeah, he said he's already doing so the party who could swim are swimming straight across this channel over to the empty nest, and then the rest of us are walking because I'm wearing like plate armor. I don't want to sink into the water and drown. So
Pretty much, yeah.
yeah,
So, actually, you two would get there first.
Yes.
Hmm?
That leaves.
did you guys get us some rooms?
Yeah, that leaves room negotiations to Pock and Pearl.
Let's see what you two do.
Yeah. So everybody who swam over there or walked under the, or I guess. So I don't understand. Did we get Letus and come back, and Letus is walking under the water, and that's what you guys are doing right now?
No,
Or-
no, it's
No.
something
No,
that
I was-
happened in the library.
Okay.
I'm doing something with him that happened in the library while you guys were doing this. So
Fair.
Okay. Yeah. If Pock
Oh,
just went
we're-
off swimming, I would be like, hey, like reserve us rooms enough for the 5 people. And we'll.
I
we'll
don't
meet
think
back over
you
there.
were a baby unless you were standing
I
right
gave you
No,
a
outside. the
I
market.
thought he was at the store while we were.
Yeah, you went to the
discussing
market
that.
already. So
you guys ran into him when you left the building.
And I gave
Okay.
you a tuna.
Yeah,
remember?
you
Okay.
have a giant fish that he gave you.
It's huge.
I'm
It's
swimming
big.
through the water
Tuna's
with
a
a
big.
giant.
Tuna is not a small fish.
No, it's not.
Maui.
I was initially looking for like a bucket of live fish for you, so that you could do whichever you wanted to do with them, fresh as possible. But I found a tuna.
Hmm. Yeah. So,
So Tyrion would want to try and get the group together.
You're trying to
again.
get them back together.
Yeah,
again.
just
So are
but
you
just
going
out of
back to
the-
get Letus?
Yeah, if I hear that like, oh, he's still at the council hall, then I would say something like, hey, get us rooms or reserve the rooms for us, and I'll go get Elitist so that we're all together, because that would be Tyrion's motivation, is that the pack doesn't split up.
The pride.
The pride is together.
Okay. Marquise, do you want to roleplay this receptionist, I guess, then?
I think he wants to wrap up whatever he's doing with Letus, and then he'll get to us.
Yeah, okay.
I'm about to.
I have a way that...
Pock, do you mind waiting for a second before we, so that we're grouped up and everyone knows where we're going? I know I just did the thing where I ran off on my own, but we shouldn't do that.
Are we not including then how Pearl and Pock already went into the water? Or not?
All right, you guys did it. All right, so if you guys
already
did
went
it
in.
already, then then I go with, if Robin's still with me, then I go back to the council hall to meet up with them, and then I guess you guys can talk this up.
Well, I think if you came to
help.
get me, you might be there too to see whatever.
No, this happened like during.
Oh,
this
okay.
is kind of taking
Just
place. at the
time
same
passing. Yeah. So I'll just wait patiently with my whiskey. Patient whiskey, right?
Okay, so you guys have Tyrion and Robin are headed back in to get Letus. You guys, Pock and Pearl, are headed across. You're just swimming across the channel, like straight at the empty nest.
That was supposed to be a whisper.
Pretty much.
Okie dokie.
CJ, you're muted.
All right. So,
I said, yep, that's all I'm doing is swimming straight there because fuck all else.
And I'm swimming after with my giant fish. Remembering he said, get rooms for us. Get rooms for us. Get rooms for us.
okay.
Get room.
Let me.
So glad. Also
Get-
a little terrified of how direct it seems.
So you guys come up to, well, you would come up to the back half of it, but what you would see is partially supported by stilts driven into the harbor waters. There's a rickety tavern. It's just kind of like hanging out on stilts. It kind of sways slightly in the waves. But you can tell it's been standing for a long time, so supposedly there's not really any reason to think it would maybe fall into the ocean at any point. But it is just a nice, or not a nice, it is just a tavern. You can see some people kind of walking around out front. You can hear people talking, yelling about inside. And yeah, there's a light, there's like a lantern out front, and doors open.
Pock crawls around the stilts up to get to the front. And like, I'm assuming there's a way for him to crawl up, or do I have to like scale a wall?
I mean, you could swim underneath it to like the shoreline and then just like walk up around to the path.
Okay, so that's what Pock's gonna do.
Okay.
Like dragging his tuna behind him still.
All right. And you see a couple of the people outside. There's a couple drunk people like, "What is this lizard with just a big ass fish? You get a fish like that?" And they're kind of stumbling around.
Hawk grunts, keeps walking past him, and mumbles, "Friends."
Oh, the lizard won't talk. Whatever. Give me that beer. And then they're just kind of like fucking around. There's a couple drunk people fucking around with each other outside.
Is Pearl with me, or he stay in the water?
No sound.
Muted. I was muted.
Yeah.
I just asked, am I muted? But yeah, no, Pearl followed the lizard right behind him, right behind Pac, just
Okay.
keeping her head quiet, like her head down and her voice quiet.
So I just go straight through the door, trying to avoid touching anybody, and throw my fish back over my shoulder so it's safe. So enter the tavern and look around.
All right, so you enter the tavern, and there's what you see around you is like a rowdy crew of sailors and people that are just drinking it up. Probably have been out to sea for a long time, and they're just really enjoying their time back on land. You see a couple of dwarven like waitresses that are running around giving people ale and not really taking any shit. They like pushing back just as hard as they're getting from these people, and they seem to have probably have been here for a long time and really kind of know the crowd. And you do see one lady, dwarven lady at the bar who is taking orders and just kind of like watching who comes in.
Do I notice her noticing us?
I notice you notice me.
Notice me, senpai.
Roll perception. See if you are distracted or not. I don't know. Oh yeah, you totally notice that she's kind of like eyed you as you walked in, as well as a couple of other people have noticed you guys walk in.
She's sitting at the bar, though, right?
She's behind the bar.
Okay, then I just march up to her, standing tall, like, find room. Place to stay.
Hi, you want a room? All right. Well, how many? It's just you two.
No.
No, well, who's with you? I don't see anybody else.
There's going to be
Friends.
Pearl, seeing that Pac is having issues communicating, will step forward and be like, there's going to be a total of 5 of us. We need a minimal of 3 rooms.
3 rooms. Best I can do is 2. Can you deal with that?
I guess all you boys are shacking up in one.
Who are you talking to?
Pearl's going to be like glancing over at Pac when she says that. And then she'll look back and be like, how much is it a room?
Yeah, she's staying for... How long you staying for?
Just for 1 night for the time being. Depending on your services will determine if we actually choose to stay longer.
Yeah, you seem pretty sure of yourself there. Well, let's see. Let's look at... how about 10 silver for the 2 rooms? 5 apiece. Ain't
Pearl,
nothing... They're not nothing fancy.
I would say with that, Pearl will go ahead and pull out, a gold piece and put it on the counter for him.
It's a lady, but I'm not sure.
Her.
Yeah,
It's a man's voice, so like I hear man voice, I assume man
I mean,
person.
that's maybe she just sounds like this dwarven woman sounds like kind of a deeper voice, you know.
That's fair.
But seeing that you, seeing that you paid for it, she's like, "All right, well, give me a moment." Heads back into a back room, comes back out with 2 different keys, and they're up the stairs, and just you'll find him when the key works.
Thank you very much. And Pearl will just start heading that way and finding out which fucking rooms they have. Dick.
Hawk's gonna like quickly walk up behind her to catch up and like kind of throw an elbow gently into her side and like hold out his claw when that's not holding the fishtail. Like key.
She'll hand the other key to Pac.
Is there a lot of rooms on this floor?
No, they really only have like 4 rooms upstairs. So you got a 50-50 shot at trying the locks and seeing which one's open.
All right, get to the top of the stairs, look around. Try the door closest to me on the right.
It opens. There's 2 doors. There's 2 rooms on the right, 2 rooms on the left when you get upstairs. So
I'll try the other room across the way.
that one is locked and does not open.
Then keep trying the next one.
On the
Closest
left
to
or the
this-
right?
On the left.
That one does open. So you guys are kind of like diagonal from each other.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And as soon as I unlock my door, I'm plopping down in my bed.
I'm definitely going in the room and throwing my fish on the ground and debating on how I'm going to eat this.
Throw it on the ground.
It's tuna.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's all right. So you plop the tuna down, and you guys have your rooms. The other party members know where you are. So we will cut back over to them. So Tyrion and Orabin, you guys are headed back in through the crowds of people. You're pushing through, trying to figure out where Elitist has gone. Which direction do you guys take within the halls there?
The left.
Okay.
Chosen at random.
Okay, so as you guys are heading down that hallway, let me do one thing.
Yeah, we're kind of. All right, let's find latest. You know, or Robin, maybe not the greatest idea that we leave him alone in the future. Only as it seems to be very curious, and rightly so, but also that could potentially carry its own dangers.
So,
Agreed.
as
Just like
you
when I
guys...
met you.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Agreed.
Shit, you guys are role playing and I interrupted it. My bad.
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
We're just
I'm not going to
Chat-
stop clipping, so.
chatting
Oh.
about not leaving Leadist alone anymore.
As you guys are talking and walking down the hallway, you do see you turn the corner and you see Elitist standing in the hallway, he's walking back towards a room that has a door open. In the door, you can see a bunch of books, and he's holding a book. You also roll perception.
I think it's a straight roll for me.
Nice.
Hey.
You also both would hear footsteps, rather quick footsteps, but you don't really as you come around the corner, you kind of get like a slight glimpse of somebody turning the corner at the other end of the hall. But all you really see at this point is Letus is walking back towards this library, or what you would assume to be some sort of room filled with books.
Oh, latest.
Yes?
You ran off.
Books.
We shouldn't do that.
Oh, okay.
Just we should keep the pack together. We have strength in numbers. I know it can be confusing at times, but
Okay.
everything good?
A woman knew me and ran. I'm gonna take
Like
this book.
a human woman?
Yes?
There's
Hello, my name is Chelsea Human Woman.
So Letus is going to take a gold out and put it where the book was, and put the book in his satchel, so he can finish reading it.
I'm not sure that that's exactly how it's supposed to.
I look over at Robin and I'm like, how do you think it's possible that someone even knew who he was? That would be a surprising turn of events.
That springs something to mind. Did they know your name?
It was a very brief interaction.
So they just seem to recognize you?
And then left quickly. Said now is not the time, and continued leaving.
Odd.
Strange. Did you recognize her?
Yes, but I don't know why or how.
If you see her again, please tell us. Because only then can we follow this thread. But besides that, you really want this book that badly?
I'm not done with it.
Fair enough. It's late. Let's go. And if they want the book back when we come to report about the haunted house, well, we'll to pick it up then.
We heard about a place called the Empty Nest, and Puck and Pearl went ahead. So we need to head over that direction. Why don't you accompany us through the bridge this time so we can stay together?
Okay. Wouldn't want to get the book wet.
Yeah, you don't want to get your books wet, because your other two books are probably ruined.
Tomorrow, remind me to get a waterproof bag.
It's a good idea, especially if you're carrying books and going in the water. Are his other books ruined?
Probably. If he had him on his person, I would say yeah.
He's walked through the water twice since he had
Yeah.
purchase.
I would say so.
So that's a waste of a thing that we call money.
Can we have this conversation walking?
Yeah,
Yes.
we are. Totally.
Yeah. No, yeah, we can say you guys are walking back now. It wouldn't take you a super long time to get over there, maybe like 15, 20 minutes. Till you come to the Empty Nest, and you see a bunch of rowdy people and dwarves who are running the joint. Not the most welcoming of hosts, but they tell you your friends are upstairs.
Oh, you're expecting us.
They said they had more.
Tales of our bravery and adventures have preceded us, as expected.
No, that's just you.
Bravery,
Tyrion.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Whatever you say.
I offer to grab a Robin a quick ale before we head upstairs.
I'll sleep soundly after all the walking anyway.
I grab one real quick
All right.
and take the mug up with me.
Yeah, you can do that. It's like a silver.
Marked. Consider it marked off.
Yeah. It's a decent ale. You can tell that this place isn't really trying to be like fancy. It's more of like where sailors come to get shit faced.
Good. I want to be seen also like drinking ale and you know, being a part of that a bit. So.
Yeah. Are you staying down to drink ale with them?
No. I will just crush one cup and then head upstairs and just be like, "Cheers to you, men of the sea!" and like kill it, slam the cup down.
I'm going to try and discover if I have a mouth again.
What, down here or in your room?
I didn't offer to buy you a beer because we figured out that you can't eat or drink before.
Well, I'm still gonna see if I have a mouth because I'm gonna like observe everybody to like. So they're drinking and I'm like doing this, trying to see if I have like a hinged jaw or if there's any creases there. I haven't decided yet, so
Alright.
I am not successful.
Okay.
We haven't decided yet.
All right. Yeah. So you're just touching your face. There's a couple of people that are kind of like looking at you guys a little weird. Like, can't tell if they're just like really shit faced and they're seeing shit, or if there is really a metal dude and a giant cat with a halfling just that walked in right after they just saw a lizard person and like a blue skinned elf thing with gills walk in. So they're just like, the fuck is in this ale?
I'm a
Like,
little confused.
yeah. Like they know
maybe I
of
maybe I
lizard
shouldn't
folk.
drink so much.
Yeah. But like, you know, these simple sailors, they're just kind of like, what the fuck? So yeah, yeah, if you guys head up to your rooms, did you guys want to do anything up there? Like discuss anything?
So talk to just be like, hey guys, I think heading out first thing in the morning would probably be a good idea. It seemed like a not necessary for us to get like camping supplies or anything. It didn't seem like it was that far away on the map. Robin, would you agree or?
Yes, but I don't recall you mentioning this history of successes against the undead, Tyrion.
Oh, I just have some experience with the magics from Tyr about things that interact with the undead. So.
And you're sure it'll work?
Yeah, Tyr's granted me his powers, and I've definitely used them in the best. It's like, oh my god, I hope I'm remembering this correctly, and I'm not talking about like spells that I don't have.
You have smite. That's enough.
So,
Okay.
Marquise,
Maybe you
One
are
more
misremembering. Maybe your
I
character
might-
doesn't remember right. Thinks he can do it.
Yeah, I think he can.
Marquise,
Well, I as the player might be, so.
Yeah. What's up?
did the woman who I saw, did she have any kind of like symbols or anything I would recognize that I'd be able to?
Well, scroll up and read because I gave you a couple hints.
So, I mean, too, I guess we could tell Pock and Pearl a bit about like, yeah, when we found Leadist, it seems he'd recognized someone, which seems odd considering it must have been a long time that he had been.
So Pock and Pearl are
where
in
he
different
was.
rooms right now.
Oh well,
We're having a
suppose-
dude meeting.
I guess. Yeah, I would suppose if we went upstairs, I would, Pearl's in another room and not be like, hey, like quick
Meeting.
quick pack meeting.
Okay, I'll tell them about what happened. I'll tell them about if they see. It was very fast. I don't remember a lot, but she had silvery white hair. She had clothes that were familiar to me, so they would probably look old to you. And she had a bandage on her arm.
Well, that does narrow it down.
That's what I got for you. And she knows me. And I know her, but I don't know how or why.
Yeah, so you said.
Can't remember anything really.
I remember war.
Hmm.
Well, you seem fine. But yeah, I think. Let's see.
Then I start telling them about the book I'm reading and about the Sky Realm and what people believe it's like up there and some
Gets ready for bed.
creatures and I'm sure at some point I'm just chattering on to myself and they're all just going to bed.
So,
Yeah.
well, at some point, um, what time is it roughly? I know I don't have like a watch or anything, but like so many hours past sundown or.
Yeah, so it would probably be getting close to like 10 o'clock. Like you guys had gone, checked out the market, went shopping, went into the city council, went and talked to them, got a quest, came back out, went back into the market. Some of you guys decided to go do some other things. So yeah, it's been a while.
Okay, so 10's probably if there was enough time for me to go downstairs and attempt to make my presence known, talk about adventures with the sailors and drink with them, I would. But if there's not enough time for me to get that like 8 hours rest to do it, I wouldn't do it because training.
I don't know what time you're trying to get out there, but
Oh yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. Now I'll go downstairs for another ale.
okay.
I want to make nice with these guys.
All right. Well, it's about 10 o'clock, so I think that we should end there. I think we can pick up probably, unless you want me to roleplay for like 8 minutes.
Hmm.
Good. just as long as like Tyrion's intent in going downstairs is to share stories, get stories.
We can say that
make known.
you go down there. How about you do this? Let's in lieu of me role playing all of that, which I will do, but I don't want to hold everyone up because I know we said we'd end at 10. Roll me like we'll say that there's like 20 people in the bar. So roll me there's 20 patrons and then like 5 staff. Roll me 25 charisma checks.
I'm doing it.
It does go really fast. I'll do the math.
Oh, stop.
I mean, just roll
Man.
them all at once.
I want to roll die. I'm rolling dice.
Okay.
Wait, I
You've
think it's happening twice. Shit.
Did you roll them like a hunt like a
Well,
shit?
it didn't happen immediately, so I clicked the button a second time.
It's struggling. Oh, there we
my
go.
God.
So the first one, not the second roll.
Okay.
Okay.
1, 2,
2 nat 20s on that
3,
first one.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So out of the 25 people there, 12 of them are like really fond of you from like hanging out, like just from hearing your stories as you're like hanging out and drinking and like just the fact that you're like this big fucking lion dude. They're just like, what the fuck? And they're like really into like what you're talking about. They seem like they're really into it.
I'm from a faraway world and blah 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 and yeah.
Yeah.
What have you done? And when somebody like tells me about a story, like that's amazing. Try to build them up at the same time.
Yeah. So it seems like you're having a good time. About half of them are like super into it. You've got the attention of like you're like entertaining these people and engaging them and it's going well. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Cool. Yeah. So we can end there. We will pick up next time where you will start this journey.
Haunted
Sounds good to
house,
me.
huh?
All right. Sounds
Haunted
good.
house. So the only thing actually, Oz, that you're talking about. Oh, sorry.
Thanks, man. Oh, I was just saying thanks to my cousin who said good session.
Good night, Internet.
Good night, Internet.
Good night, everyone.